Good evening, everyone. What's going on? We are here with a live Q&A before Game Week 7. Lots to talk about, lots to discuss, last-minute decisions. So why not have a conversation? So, how has everyone's week been? Dilemma. Shall we play the wild card? Shall we not play the wild card? Injuries, and it is absolutely distorting all the plans. So as you guys can see, Trent Alexander-Arnold is flagged kind of orange, but he's pretty much confirmed in the last half an hour that he won't be fit for the City clash. So he's pretty much ruled out from that game as well. But yeah, we'll talk about all that. It's all to get into. Aman messages, how are you, bro? I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Aman? I hope you're well. I'm wearing the United shirt today because of the Viva Ronaldo last minute winner last night, so might as well celebrate that. What a bad performance again. We were very lucky to come away with 3 points last night in the Champions League, but the attention now turns to the FPL Premier League now. Hoxton, welcome. Hi, mate. How's it going? I hope you're well. I'm good, thank you. I'm very well, thank you. I hope you're well as well. Farhan, welcome, Farhan. Will Alonso lose his spot? I don't think so. The one thing that was kind of like a bit of a saving grace was Chua didn't add any kind of like attacking threat to the game. I watched the game back again. And Chelsea pretty much conceded 11 seconds after the second half, and Alonso had gone off the pitch. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not saying that's entirely Chua's fault. But you lost that kind of like attacking potency that Chelsea generally had. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, Reece James is injured as well. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't think Alonso will lose his spot for the sort of the weekend. I hope he doesn't. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm pretty confident he will play. Amar says, I'm good, pal, but I'm not liking the shirt. Oh, come on, man. I can wear a United shirt. Sorry, wrong way. I can wear a United shirt here and there, right? Cool. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. What's going on with you? What are your squad thought process at the moment? What's going on? So I can tell you guys how I've played it this week so far. So originally I planned 2 changes, so I was going to take a -4, but the injuries front pretty much has made me now take a -8. So it's something that I didn't want to do, and I tell you, I'm kind of glad I have done, because it was kind of like a long-term process, not right now. Sorry, so I was building up to doing this transfer. So you guys can see Livramento on my bench. Now, I had Williams on there, where he was getting me literally 0.1 point, if lucky, week on week. But I really wanted someone to come on. Everyone was like, oh, why not? But I knew for a fact that as soon as this week came along with the injury to Alexander-Arnold and the kind of wildcard status that's going on, his price was going to increase, and I just couldn't have a week where I had Norwich again as one of my defenders. I know they got Burnley, but it was just too much for me. It's a long-term move. I was going to keep Livramento in anyway, so pretty much guaranteed at the moment Alexander-Arnold won't be playing. I know it's Chelsea, but at the end of the day, at least I know I've got someone who's definitely playing the minutes. That's something that I was looking at the moment. Aman can't stop really messing. No worries, buddy. Farhan asks, will you keep Ronaldo after game week 8, or will you swap him with Lukaku? Now, that's a very good question. I'm 99% going to take him out. The only concern I have is Lukaku. Now, look, before I start getting bashed by everyone on Sunday and Saturday night, I just want to say, in the last couple of game weeks, he hasn't looked that great. I'm not saying Ronaldo's hit and set the world on fire, but if we look very closely, even last night, he didn't. I watched the whole game last night for Chelsea because I watched the United game live, but I was also recording the Chelsea game against Juve. And I wanted to watch it for 2 reasons. A, because I want to know what they look like defensively. And B, I wanted to see how Lukaku looks. Now, I understand it's a completely different competition. But at the end of the day, this is a striker I'm going to be bringing in who's nearly now 11.7, 11.8 mil for Ronaldo. So I really want to see what kind of form he's in before I go into it. Now, I am aware like quite a lot of managers are going to be captaining him. So Ronaldo and Lukaku are kind of like the two popular captaincy choices this week, because obviously Liverpool are playing Man City. So it kind of takes either of those team captains out of favour. So at the moment, I'm watching him. I'm pretty much certain to bring him in. But Ronaldo's just proved last night he scored. So I'm a bit confused, guys, to be fair. I'm 99% I'm going to bring him in. I am. And Ronaldo's captain this week as well, and I'm pretty hopeful he can get me a return. But Lukaku's form is a concern. Yes, I know he's got some good fixtures coming up, but he hasn't looked like he's got the service ever since the last decent game he had, which personally for me was, I mean, he played well at Arsenal, Liverpool, he played okay getting the 10-man, but at the moment I'm not feeling so confident around Lukaku. Now, that's not to say this weekend he's not going to get a points return. He could score a hat-trick, of course, but I'm just starting to think that his form's a bit here and there. So at the moment, yes, he's coming in, but I want to keep an eye on his form versus Ronaldo's as well. Aman says, are you scared about Jota? I've got Jota, Salah, Torres and Sarr. Want to keep Torres. To be fair, Aman, I mean, Jota, whether he's playing full 90 minutes or not, it's not really a concern for me. He's just as good when he's actually more attackingly dangerous. It sounds weird to say, is when he comes off the bench. If you've watched him carefully over the last couple of seasons, he's been devastating when he comes off the bench. Last season, he came out from an injury against Arsenal. I think he came on about 60 minutes gone, and I had him in my squad then. And he came on and he got 2 goals. And he was man of the match within 30 minutes. He got the 2 out of the 3 goals. They won 3-0 that night, I think. And it was devastating. So for me personally, I'm not too worried, because there's not many other players around that price range that are playing that much better. But to be fair, as long as he's getting some minutes, I think he will get us a return. That's all I'm comfortable at the moment about. But yeah, in terms of 90 minutes, I think it will start becoming a bit more of a concern. Obviously, with the back-to-back fixtures, Firmino coming back, with Jota, it will become a concern. But then he comes back with these performances where people are just like, I don't care if he plays 10 minutes, I'm going to bring him into my squad. Linesh, hello, how are you? Good evening. Hoxton, I took a -4 this week, first one for the season. I think it's pretty much understandable. I think many people are going to play -4. Some people might be forced into an early wild card. Some people might be playing like a mini wild card. Some people might even just be activating, 2 transfers for the week, or maybe 3, like myself in this case. Linesh, gutted for Trent, actually. I am as well, to be fair. I'm very, very gutted for Trent. And it's a shame, really. He's such a good player. I think he deserves to play in these big games, and it's going to be a shame to miss him. So Trent owners like myself, we've missed him now twice out of 3 game weeks. Ali, used my 2 FTs, Trent out for Matty Cash, and upgraded Banford to Aubameyang. Not bad. Not bad. I really like that, Ali. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Turkish. Oh, my guy. How are you doing? I'm good, man. How's everyone? Everyone else is very well, thank you. Very, very well. Mum and Dad got their booster jab yesterday, so they're doing well. They're doing well. Got to wait for my booster now. Hoxton, yeah, Trent Alexander is a pain, to be honest. Yeah, it's a shame, but I think the good thing is, the international break will give him 2 extra weeks of recovery, so I think he shouldn't be out for that long. He should be back before we know it. Vahan, Chelsea attacking looks dull because of the Mount injury. Yeah, I mean, Mason Mount not being there looks a bit concerning, but now Kante was out because of COVID as well, so that looks a bit concerning as well from that perspective. But for me, I'm just... The frustrating thing about Chelsea is they're getting goals from sources of like defence. So let's have a look. It's got Alonso who scored, Rudiger scored, Thiago Silva scored, Reece James has scored against, I think it was Arsenal, or assisted, something along those lines. They're getting goals all over. It's not as if Lukaku's ran away with 6 goals at the start of the season. It's a bit tricky, and this is why that Lukaku pick. Look. It looks difficult. It looks difficult. Sitting here right now, hindsight's a beautiful thing. As I said, he can smash a hat-trick this weekend, and we'll all be like, oh my God, why didn't I have him in? Why didn't I have him in? But if you're like myself, who doesn't have Lukaku in this game week and you've got Ronaldo as captain, I'm going to be praying that he blanks and Ronaldo goes big. And it's going to be vice versa for Lukaku owners who don't have Ronaldo, that they want Ronaldo to blank and Lukaku to go big. So it's going to be interesting to watch and interesting to see who does what and how they go along with that. The big hitters FPL, welcome. Is a -4 for Jota to Saka and Ronaldo to Lukaku worth it? Thanks. To be fair, I'm not going to lie to you. Those transfers seem very, very understandable from me. Saka had an unbelievable game against his local rival Spurs, and Lukaku against Southampton. It looks like a good move long term because of the fixtures that they have coming up. So of course, I definitely think it's worth it. Turkish, I brought in Christensen because I feel like he will play a lot and is the cheapest Chelsea midfielder. Yeah, I mean, out of the back three, he's like 5 mil, I believe, or around 5.1. So it's not a bad choice because Chelsea are going to play the 3 centre-backs and 2 wing-backs. So it's going to be definitely worth seeing how that back line shapes up for the Cape weeks coming ahead. Hoxton, think Chelsea have missed Mount and Reece James for the attacking output for Lukaku. It's true, they have. They have indeed. I think there's a lot of confusion as well from Lukaku's perspective as well. Look, I always hear the conspiracy theories that he's a flat track bully. He's done it for Belgium. He's done it for Everton. He's done it for Manchester United. And now Chelsea. He doesn't really score against the big teams. So, look, I don't believe in such theories. I think he's an absolute class striker. And if that is true, let's just say hypothetically, let's believe that story. Let's believe that. Look at the fixtures coming ahead. That means he should smash about 10 goals in 5 games then, right? So that should actually aid our argument to bring him in rather than take him out or ignore him. So personally, I think Lukaku should be back. He'll have that game. He'll have that game very, very soon. FH200667. Good evening, Mo. I'm Farhad from Mauritius. Hey, buddy. Currently, I'm 3672 overall rank, got 58 points. I believe that having the midweek games and the premium players worth it might be huge this week. Got Rudiger, and I'd like to get another Chelsea defender, maybe Chilwell or Reece James if he's playing. I mean, Reece James, I think he might be out. Chilwell, I think Alonso's a better shout to play. I know he got some minutes last night, but they did miss Alonso in the second half, in my opinion. But again, it's entirely your choice who you'd like to bring in. But I can definitely understand where you're coming from in terms of considering bringing in Chilwell because he's got some minutes under his belt. Dusty Toners, hey buddy. Linesh, I'm from Mauritius as well. Keep up the good rank, bro. I'm 16k. Smashed it. You guys are killing it in Mauritius, guys. Absolutely love it. Turkish Mo, should I transfer Banford to Antonia for a -4 right now? Do it. He's not available this game week, buddy. He's out for at least 10 days, and I'm not even sure he's going to be available after the international break for the first game. I'd personally bring in Antonia for Brentford, take the -4. Look, this game week, right, it's not convincing me. It forced me to take a -8. Now, I was taking a -4 originally because that was my tactics of how to get to my specific team. But I had to take a -8 because of the injury fronts of Trent now, for example. Otherwise, I'm absolutely stuffed. Moving forward, at least I know now I had to make that move 1 week earlier than before. So taking a -4, I wouldn't be too upset by it at the moment because I know a lot of managers are going through the same situation at the moment. Whether it's Banford, Trent, Reece James, Kante, these are kind of players that it's generally going to happen to. Dusty Turner, is there anything to be said for a Vardy captain to feel like this week might be another differential gold mine? I think so as well. I mean, Vardy, to be fair, has been insane. He's been unbelievable, to be fair. I would definitely consider it if I had him in my squad. I mean, I'm considering Antonia, to be fair, against Brentford, but, it's just Ronaldo against Everton just seems too good to avoid. Ottawa, welcome. Sup? You're wearing a Man U shirt in celebration of the victory. Of course, the sweet celebration of United last night. Honestly, I can't even say that. What a rubbish performance. David De Gea, man of the match. What a goal by Alex Telles, if you guys saw it. What a goal. But Ronaldo stole all the headlines. It's got to be done, man. It's got to be done. We needed those 3 points. Otherwise, it was looking very, very sticky in the Champions League for Manchester United. Ali, Banford is out, at least for Game Week 7. Yeah, so I got the news earlier. Banford is pretty much confirmed out for Game Week 7. Aman says, do you think Rafinha will quarantine? No, I don't think so. I don't think he'll need to. I think he didn't last time either, so he should be all right. For Game Week 8, I think they'll be all right. I think they'll do like the second day testing and stuff like that, so he should be okay. Ali McGregor, what's the name on the back of your shirt? It's number 9, and it's my name. It's Mohsin. I don't know if I can show you guys from here, can I? Let me see if I can twist my chair around. Yeah, can you guys see it from there? There we are. So let's see, that's the name and the number on the back. Number 9's my lucky number, by the way, that's why. So that's why when you guys get comments from Mohsin Malik, that's my private account from my phone. So that's where I usually give my responses from. Animations, hey mate, what's your plan with Trent? I'm planning on benching him. To be fair, I can just leave him in. I know he's pretty much ruled out. They've confirmed he's ruled out, but I'm just going to leave him in there. And Livermento's on my bench anyway, so I know he'll play against Southampton, so I'm pretty much covered there. Pretty cool with that, to be fair. I was pretty adamant that he would be fit for the weekend, but now they've pretty much confirmed it. So I'm leaving Trent in the team. If Livermento comes on, then Livermento will be my cover. Linesh, guys, who is in for a Chris Wood punt? Captaincy this coming up week. Honestly, that's brave. Chris Wood. Wow. Let's have a look. Who's Burnley playing? Norwich. Nice. Norwich there. Let's have a look. Who else is there? Yeah, I mean, Leicester against Crystal Palace away. I mean, I can understand the Vardy one as well, to be fair. So, yeah, I mean, Chris Wood, I wouldn't recommend it personally, but differential-wise, definitely worth considering. If I had another transfer, I think Chris Wood would definitely a deadly shout. Of course. Ahan Hamo, can I know where you are from? Just wondering what time you're at. I live in the UK, buddy. I'm near London. I'm not in London. I'm just outside of London, about half an hour, 40 minutes away. So yeah, I'm originally from the UK, and I live in Oxford. So I'm an Oxford boy. Aman, should I go Sarr to Rafinha this game week? I've got him before the 15-pointer and cash into Europa. Also, Rafinha has better long-term fixtures. I mean, Sarr's isn't dreadful either, to be fair. Sarr's got Leeds this week, so are you losing a -4? That's the question that I'd say. But look, I mean, either way, I don't think it's a bad fixture for either player. We're still waiting for the first penalty for Watford, ideally, to find out if Sarr is on penalties or not. But again, I would not mind the transfer for you. So definitely worth doing it as well. Ali, I think using Trent's money on others is too tempting. It is, honestly, it is. It's interesting for those who are wildcarding, to be fair, because are you going to lower your team value by the 1.5 or 2 million for one game week to then bring Trent back and use that transfer when you can use it elsewhere? It's an interesting one. I think people who've already activated their wildcard might be in a bit more of a difficult situation, especially having Trent in there. So I think players who've left their wildcard to game week 8 might be in a far better position at the moment. So guys, if you guys haven't liked the video so far, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the FPL INKLING channel, please hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 900 by the end of this stream. So we're going to do it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, all right? So we'll be here till quite a while. So whilst we're here, please hit that subscribe button if you're new around here or if you've been here before and you haven't hit it thus far. But yeah, I mean, in terms of that Rafinha to Sarr or Sarr to Rafinha, you know, whichever way you're looking to play the move, I think you can potentially wait one more week as well because the game's pretty equal. They're both defensively going to be testing each other, so they're two of the main players. I personally would save that transfer myself. Ottawa says, I've used Trent's money on Ronaldo more or less. Fair shout, to be fair, because we don't know how long Trent's going to be out for. Now, the words from Klopp were we anticipated it as a niggle or like a little bit of pain, but not as severe as it turned out to be. So, again, we just have to wait and see for how long this is going to be sustained for. I'll be interested to know a bit more in depth, like how serious it is or what kind of like term-wise we're looking at. Anise, welcome. Gilmore transferred out for Douglas Luiz. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. Let's look at some fixtures whilst we're at it here at the moment. So, according to FPL Predictor, right, I ranked the easier fixtures from top to bottom. So at the top, Chelsea are with the easier fixtures over the next 5 game weeks. And at the bottom, it's Manchester United, who are considered to have the more difficult games over the next 5 game weeks, according to the FPL fixture difficulty predictor. As you can see, Chelsea's pretty much sea green. Leeds don't have bad fixtures. Now, again, they've got injuries to Banford, who again hasn't performed so far this season. I backed him a lot for the first 6 to 7 game weeks, but he just hasn't performed. You've got Rafinha, obviously. Defensively, I wouldn't trust him so much. So maybe taking a risk on someone like a Harrison or a Dan James or a Rodrigo. Is that something you're looking to do with your wild card? Arsenal. We haven't really discussed much around Arsenal, to be fair. Now, they played extremely well against Tottenham. So what we can see is, a bit more clarity of like the vision of Arteta. So you got players like Smith Rowe. They've got the new right back. I can't remember his name now. They've got Ramsdale. They've got obviously Xhaka's now ruled out for 3 months, but they've got Lokonga. Aubameyang's coming into a bit of form. So they've got a lot of good players. Partey. Now, from an FPL perspective, I personally would be looking at Odegaard or Smith Rowe and Saka. Those are the 3 players that I'm really tempted towards because of the fixtures run that they do have. Leicester, again, Vardy, if you've got Vardy in your squad, you've got Manchester United, which is the only red game that's sticking out there at the moment. So let's see. Let's wait and see what goes on there in terms of their fixtures. Bahan says, when will I use my wildcard? I played it in game week 4. So I went a bit differential. So I went for a 5 at the back strategy for the first 3 game weeks, which didn't do too badly, but I expected to do better. But then obviously Ronaldo signing and a few more signings coming, I decided to play my wildcard. So my wildcard's gone. But if I wasn't playing it at the moment, I would have played it potentially game week 8. I would have waited for the international break and then made my plan for the game weeks ahead. So you look at Man City after the Liverpool game week. So if people are playing their wild card, maybe tripling up on Man City might not be a bad shot. So that could be like Edison if you're looking for a premium goalkeeper. Maybe 2 defenders, so Cancelo, Diaz, and maybe Grealish or Mahrez, even Kevin De Bruyne. So you've got Burnley, Brighton, Crystal Palace, and then Manchester United, obviously, as an away game at Old Trafford. But there's some really good fixtures in between there. Liverpool is a bit more difficult. So they've got City this week, then they've got Watford, followed by Manchester United at Old Trafford, then Brighton, and then West Ham. So a few odd difficult games. And then Manchester United have got the most difficult games according to the teams that I've listed here. Then they've got Everton at home this weekend, which I think should be a good game for them. That's why I've got Ronaldo as my captain. You've got Leicester away, who haven't had the best of starts to the season so far. Without Vardy's goals, God knows where they'd be. Then they've got Liverpool at Old Trafford. Tough game. Tottenham away, based on their current form, I think they should beat them. And then Manchester City at home. So maybe those are the kind of like the 3 games where Manchester United's Ronaldo might be out of favour, because you've got someone like Lukaku who's got Norwich, Newcastle and Burnley during that period. So again, no one is fixture proof. Even Ronaldo is droppable. But yeah, this is where the Lukaku versus Ronaldo debate really heats up. Really heats up. Right, we've got up to 20 people in the stream, guys. If you guys haven't given it a thumbs up yet, give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet to FPL INKLING, please hit the subscribe button. Turkish Mo, best 5 mil under defender. 5 mil under. Christensen's not bad from Chelsea, obviously with the fixtures coming up. 5 mil and under. I like Livramento. I've got him in my squad. He's definitely below 5 mil. Because of these fixtures, I think Ben White at 4.4 might be a good shout, or maybe the right back at Arsenal right now as well. He might be definitely a good shout. Anis, thoughts on Alonso's game time after the international break, as he is also called up for Spain? We'll just have to wait and see. Look, he's done really well at the start of the season so far. Look, he's just had one game where he's just been subbed halfway through the game. So I don't think we need to panic so much. He's played well so far this season. He deserves a break. Obviously, he'll get a rest here and there, but I think overall he will be back in the squad and he will play majority of the games that they do have coming up. Dusty Turner says, everyone seems to be going Lukaku as the fixtures are good. I'm just not convinced by Lukaku as he hasn't looked himself in the past few games. Exactly what I said at the start of the stream, buddy. I think it's exactly the same, but again, it's just too good to miss. That's the problem. That is the problem. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he plays against Southampton this weekend and how that then bears on people's mind for bringing him in or not for the following game weeks after the international break. Let's go back to the team. Anas, welcome. My team is Sanchez, Reguilon, Trent, Marcel, Jota, Salah, Greenwood, Gray, Benrahma, Antonio, Ronaldo, Duffy in the bench. Any advices? Personally, I really like the team, buddy. A lot of balance in there. I think you got enough cover for Trent, or maybe Jota or Greenwood if they are benched. But otherwise, I really like your team, buddy. I wouldn't change anything this game week. Maybe Reguilon eventually, because I'm not too impressed by him. I took him out, but otherwise the team looks really solid. FH2000667 says, I will keep Shaw for this week if he's playing, but we'll definitely offload him next week. Yeah, I think he might have a better chance now, not playing last night, to play on the weekend against Everton. So fingers crossed. Let's see if we can get him back in. Obviously, the Van Bissaka, Maguire and losing Shaw for last night's game was a challenge, so fingers crossed we can get them back as soon as possible. Guys, if you guys haven't liked the video, please give it a like and please hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't subscribed to FPL INKLING as of yet. Anissa, Shaw price is going down tonight. I think there's a lot of transfers out at the moment, so I think eventually he will maybe lose 0.1 in value on his price. Turkish, I want to sell Semedo, so I would have 5.3 mil, but I want to have a tiny flexibility, so I want 5 mil and under. Tell me who you'd suggest in 5.3 mil under. Personally, for me, buddy, let's have a look. I want to give you that guy's name. Here he is. Takehiro Tomiyasu. So he's 4.5 mil. I think this guy's really good. I think he's really underrated at the moment, Turkish. So I personally would look at him, and that will save you 0.8 mil. He's a right back as well. And his fixtures are not so bad. So look at those fixtures. Brighton, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Leicester, Watford. Then they've got Liverpool, then Newcastle. It looks like a real good run. This is the guy I'm recommending to you, buddy. Is if you guys want a 5 million or below, 4.5 mil defender, Tomiyasu, he's looked superb since he's come in. 14 points already from 3 games. This guy looks good. He looks very good. Lukaku seems to do well against the weaker teams. Yeah, so again, I've heard that around. Weaker teams, he plays better, but I think he'll come good. He'll come good. Onkabetse, welcome, hi and welcome. Ottawa, yeah, I'm not worried about Lukaku with such amazing run of fixtures. He could easily get 5 goals in 5 games. He could, honestly. He definitely could get those goals. Aman, which of the 3 choices would you guys personally do? Jota to Rafinha, Sarr to Rafinha, or carry the transfer? Personally, I'd carry the transfer. That's my opinion for this game week. Ali says, I like the wing backs in a back 5, so Matty Cash, I agree. Christensen, however, Semedo this game week. Not bad at all. Onkabet said Ronaldo versus Lukaku, who's a better captain this game week? If you've got both, they're both just as good. I personally would go Ronaldo. That's just my opinion. Hoxton, I think if you have CR7, I'd play him and see how Lukaku plays against Southampton. Then you can make your mind up over the international break. That's personally what I'm doing. I want to see one more week as well. Ottawa says Lukaku is the best captain for game week 7, 9, 10 and 11. I'd say Salah is good for game week 8 versus Watford. I'm going with Teeny for 4.9 and I'd get Tomiyasu 2 if I wanted a second Arsenal defender. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good shout, personally. But Arsenal defence has looked pretty sound in the last couple of game weeks. With Ramsdale coming in, Tomiyasu, Ben White coming back, Gabriel, they look good. They look really good. And Teeny, obviously. Looking settled. They're looking settled. That's so different from that 5-0 loss they had for the last international break. And he says Gilmore to Douglas Luiz, as Gilmore is likely to have a price drop and Luiz a rise. Or should I save the transfer? To be fair, I mean, are you making any other transfers on the pitch where you're not taking a -4 for it? If not, then it's worth it because... I mean, is a price drop really going to affect you that much in terms of him being on the bench? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I mean, if that's something that you want to make, I don't see an issue with it, but I wouldn't you waste it if it's just a bench transfer. Alright guys, if you guys haven't given this video a like, please give it a like and please hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed as of yet. So after this, I mean, like, you know, what I'm looking to potentially do is bring in Lukaku for Ronaldo. And then potentially I could go, when Calvert-Lewin comes back, I could go back from St. Maximin to DCL. So that would then leave me with that squad. Again, do I want to get rid of Jota? Personally, I don't. I'm going to keep him for a while, but this is what the squad's looking like. Well, I'm just really tempted to put the captaincy on Antonia this week. I don't know what's telling me, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it just as yet. Ali says, is that shirt any tighter after your birthday cake? Nah, it's not actually. It's just gone a bit, it's actually gone a bit looser. I'm just leaning over it, so it's getting a bit tighter at the moment. But nah, it's alright actually. I feel good in it. I feel good. The cake was good though. Ottawa says, yeah, Douglas Luiz is going up to 4.6 tonight. But yeah, if you do it for your bench, then play it slightly. There's no rush to do a small upgrade. Aman says, I would do a transfer for the 4.5 million just to roll on the transfer for your starting 11. Yeah, I personally wouldn't make it personally. I'd roll it on. Ali McGregor, Luiz does take some of the free kicks too. Might lose them to Buendia shortly. Yeah, so Buendia should be back in. So fingers crossed. You know, he continues to take him, but let's see. Turkish says, same Mo. My mind is telling me to put Antonia on captaincy, honestly. Oh my god, honestly. Could I put Antonia as captain? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Antonia as captain. Oh, I'll be taking it. Nah, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stick. I'll stick to Ronaldo for now. But, geez, if Ronaldo had someone like, let's say Chelsea this week, then definitely Antonio would have been a good candidate. Hoxton says, I think Mo, you personally need to get a City defender in from game week 8. Let's have a look. Game week 8. I mean, yeah. I mean, at the moment, I've got I've got two defenders from. If it's going to be between, hopefully Trent's back. And I've got two defenders from Chelsea. I've got Brentford, Norwich, Newcastle, whereas City have Burnley, Brighton, and Crystal Palace. But then even if I change Trent to City, then I still think Watford's a good game for Trent. Man United again he can get some attacking returns there. Brighton at home should be a good game. So yeah, I can see the reason why I should go for City, but I think with what I've got, I'm pretty content at the moment. Aman said it's the eye test from Man U which makes you want to captain Antonio. West Ham are playing much better. I know, honestly. I understand. But Ronaldo's good. He's going to be on a penalty, so I'm pretty confident. And he says captain Lukaku or Antonio. Out of the two, personally, based on current form, I'd go Antonio. I'm being honest. I wouldn't be confident with Lukaku this week. I know he can score big, but based on what I've seen so far, Antonio's rested pretty much because of the League Cup game, and then he was suspended for one of the Premier League games against Manchester United. He then played last game week, and he's played probably tonight. He's going to play in the Europa League game. So we'll have to wait and see. But I personally, out of them two at the moment, form, I'd go Antonio. Steve, welcome Steve. Going Antonio captain for the second game week running. Smashed it. He got 8 points last week, so that's 16. Not a bad shout for last week. Hopefully he can get the same, if not more. Ali says, going to take a -4 at present in game week 8 to get in Cancelo and Laporte, e.g. can't afford Diaz. Fair enough, Ali. That's not a bad shout. Ottawa 3453 says, I'd say Lukaku, Ronaldo, Antonio in that order for captaincy. Not bad. Aman Khan, if you disregard the price, would you more likely to captain Antonio? I mean, what puts me off Antonio is the fact that now I know that came out so wrong. The reason why I'm favouring Ronaldo over Antonio, it's not the price, it's not the stature as well. It's the fact that I know for a fact that if United get a penalty now, I'm pretty much nailed on Ronaldo will take it. Antonio missed the last one. I know Noble missed the last one, but I think Declan Rice will be most likely to take the next one. But look, I understand Lukaku's a good option for captaincy, but from what I've seen so far in the last couple of game weeks, I'm not convinced by his form. That's the only thing that is concerning me at the moment. There's no doubt he can come along and bang a hat-trick on the weekend, but even if you captain Lukaku, I bet you're still nervous, regardless of the Southampton home game. Now, Southampton, what I want to say is I think people are pretty much underestimating their ability. Southampton played well against Manchester United, should have won the game. They played really well against, who else they play? Man City at the Etihad, should have won the game. They drew 0-0. Should have won the game, should have had that penalty against Walker, which was overturned. So again, are we actually undermining Southampton? Because defensively, they've been pretty sound. Barring the first game where they got 3 put past them, I think they've been pretty good in defence after that. They've not conceded more than 1 or 2, I think. So, yeah, I think we need to put some kind of understanding around them. I think they'll give him a good game. Plus, they're rested midweek. I know it doesn't make much of a difference, but Chelsea travelled, Europe, coming back. Is it going to affect them? We'll just have to wait and see. Chelsea haven't won. They've lost back-to-back games. So it's not looking very smooth and sailing for Lukaku either. Turk says, Mo, my captain is officially Antonio now. Please, Antonio, give me a return against Brentford. Mo, don't make last week's mistake. Ronaldo is a fraud. Joke, you do. Nah, I don't think he's a fraud. I think he just didn't get the service last week. So that's why I was a bit upset by it overall. And he should have taken that penalty. Welcome, Harry. Lukaku as captain. Not a bad shout. FH says, will Antonia play today in the Europa League? I think he pretty much will. I think he should do. Ottawa 3-4-5-3. Ake plays instead of Laporte from time to time. Yeah, there's a bit of a rotation there. So I think Laporte, if he gets a bit of a run, I think he can get his full-time spot back in the team. And what happened to John Stones? He had such a good season last season and played well in the Euros. The injury, and now he's nowhere to be seen. And he says Antonia starts today. There you are, he starts today. John, welcome John. Mo, how's it going? What have I missed so far? It's just been a discussion around Lukaku, Ronaldo, who to bring in, who to captain, Trent's injury, Champions League, my shirt number at the back, my name on the back. Yeah, so it's been a lot to discuss, man. It's been a lot to discuss. Guys, if we have anyone new around here, I see a lot of the common names here. Please give us a thumbs up and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed so far. Hoxton, Antonia playing tonight. Fingers crossed, no injuries. Fingers crossed he comes off about 60 minutes, gets a nice little half-hour rest. No injury and is fresh to go on the weekend. FH says, Antonio is a good shout for captain. I have him, but I'm not comfortable to captain neither Lukaku nor Ronaldo. I understand, man. I understand, John. Ronaldo isn't definitely on pens. In an interview, Bruno said it will be decided before each game. I know, but I think generally now, I think it always depends upon when you miss the next one. If you guys remember when Bruno came, Rashford still took penalties. It was until Rashford missed a penalty, I think it was in the Champions League or something. That's when Bruno took over the penalty spot kicks. But I think the next one Ronaldo will take. I'm pretty confident on that one. Obviously nothing's for definite, but I'm pretty confident he should be on the next one. And he says, in the next 5 fixtures, how many clean sheets do you think Arsenal's going to keep? Next 5 games, I reckon they should be able to keep 3 at least. The teams who I think can score against them, I think Aston Villa. They're home at the Emirates, and I think Leicester, they can score against them for sure. Otherwise, let's be honest, we're nervous every week no matter who carries the armband. It's true. It's what I'm saying. So even the people who are captaining Lukaku, right? Let's get Lukaku on screen. So even the people who are actually captaining Lukaku, right? We're looking at his fixtures. Based on his current form, are you actually confident that he can bang a goal this weekend? Look, I know it's Southampton and it looks green on the fixture list, but because of his current form in the last 3 or 4 games, I don't feel comfortable. Even if I had Lukaku in my squad and I put the armband on him, can I say I'd be confident? No. Now, I know Ronaldo scored midweek, and midweek it has no impact on the FPL game itself. But with that confidence going into the Everton game, can I see him getting another goal return? Potentially, yes. And look, he can score a hat-trick or set up 2 goals and score 1 or get a really good return. But what is coming from there is I would be far more nervous this week because of what I've seen. Let's say I took Ronaldo out and I've only got Lukaku. I personally would have wanted Ronaldo in this game week this weekend than Lukaku. That's just my opinion. And that's not because I'm a United fan. It's from what I've seen the last few game weeks. That's my personal squad. And even against West Ham, Ronaldo should have had at least one of the 2 penalty shouts. Bruno would have taken it if he'd scored. That would have been an assist for him there. So it looks like Ronaldo's getting in better positions and is taking those chances as well. So we just have to be a bit more confident with his ability. Right, guys, if you guys haven't liked the video so far, give it a like. And please hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't subscribed to FPL INKLING. Ali says, bar Diaz and Edison, any Man City is up for Pep Roulette. 100%. 100%. Keith, welcome Keith. Up to 9,158 rank overall now. Smashed it. Top 10k. Love it. Well done, mate. FH says, nobody's talking about Kane. Spurs have been doing so badly in the last games. Have a feeling they could bounce back against Aston Villa. I mean, Kane's been disappointing from being the stalwart in the last couple of game seasons, being the highest assist and the highest goal scorer last season, he looks disappointing. He looks out of form. Does he really want to be there? Is he confused by the tactics of Nuno? I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Kane. Does he want to leave? Does he want to leave in January? I don't know. He's done a good job to annoy the people, right? But yeah, he's got every ability to bounce back. Playing him on the left made no sense to me. Honestly, it made zero sense. So let's just wait and see if he can bounce back or not. Paul, welcome. Do I keep? I didn't really understand. Do I keep? Can you repeat that message? W. Eggs. I don't understand the question there, Paul. Sorry. Keith had Antonia as captain last week, thinking the same game. Again, he's got a good shout. He got 8 points last week. Got the bonus points as well and got the goal as well. So it looks like a good shout. Aman Khan, do you think CR7 will get more supply this game week? Shaw is a doubt. Again, Shaw's a doubt, right? But I think, let's look at Ronaldo. So here comes Ronaldo. Yeah, so in terms of Ronaldo, the last one I had, obviously Aston Villa's gone, but game week 7, they've got Everton on here. So Everton is the game week he's playing this game week. What you can see from here is the service from me, I think it's going to come from Sancho. Sancho had a better game last night. Pogba looked really dangerous. I think when he got the chance last night, he looked good. Cavani was a monster when he came on. The way he chased down the ball, no doubt about it. I think where the issue generally comes down is Greenwood. For me, he's a bit too selfish at sometimes, and I think he goes far too common. He's doing it back and back again, and people are getting used to him. He goes out, cuts in, pushes the ball through the centre, and they clear it away. I think his service for Ronaldo, this is my opinion, I think he'll get more service if Pogba played a bit more further up, like he did against Newcastle. And there's one player that I believe if they played for Manchester United, it will suit Ronaldo specifically, and that's Van de Beek. Now, Van de Beek's not been given the chance. I don't know why. I don't know what he's done to offend Ollie or any of the coaching staff in Manchester. But if Van de Beek got minutes under Ollie now with Ronaldo on the field, I kid you not, he would get better service. Van de Beek is so undervalued at Manchester United. I rated him before when he was at Ajax. Disappointing, and I think he should get the service. I think Ronaldo needed that goal to kind of boost his ego, boost his confidence, and boost the crowd. The crowd would... I mean, I was quiet for 45, 50 minutes of the first game until they scored. Then I got a bit rowdy going, come on, man, we can do this. We can't be smashed by these guys at home. But look, I think Ronaldo, you can't write him off. It's Everton. It looks red. They're playing at Old Trafford, man. I think we can do it. I think we can. They've got no DCL. They've got no Richarlison. Yes, I know they've got Decore, Gray, Townsend, of course. But we've got Ronaldo, Sancho, Pogba, Greenwood. He's going to get service. He will get the service. Paul, do I keep Wolves assets for one more week? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I personally think Wolves for one more game week should be a good shout. But then if you're looking to wildcard, it might be a good shout to consider. Sorry about that. Taking him out. Never sneezed on a live stream before. Sorry about that. Ali, Jota out, Benrahma, Ben White out for Rudiger. Benrahma's in decent form, honestly. Brentford, I fancy him, so that I can understand that transfer, definitely. Ben White for Rudiger, I think both transfers make sense. They both look good. I would definitely say yes to that, Ali. Ali says, I am Paul, even Traore. Traore was benched last week, right? Anis says Southampton look stronger in the defence now. They do. Honestly, Southampton haven't done too bad. Let me go back to... And let me show you. Where's Livramento? So far, they've conceded 7 goals in 6 game weeks, considering they conceded 3 of them in their first game week. And they've had Manchester United after that. They conceded 2 against Newcastle. They conceded nothing against Man City, nothing against West Ham, and they had that lucky goal for Wolves, which was unlucky to be in opinion, and they conceded that against Wolves. So I think Southampton haven't done too bad, conceding only 7. But again, it's Chelsea at home, so people are going to be like, oh, we can smash them. Of course they can, but they haven't done too bad. After conceding 3, let's see in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, they've conceded 4 goals as well. So less than a goal a game. That's not bad. And they played Man City and Manchester United in that time, and West Ham, who are playing really well. So it's better for us to really, be expecting a good show from Southampton. John K, I think I'm going Mo Salah as captain this week. Cancelo is nailed. I think Man City defence is 2. Kane's head is in City, I think. I mean, Salah, I can understand Salah does generally play well, so that's a good shout. Kane's down the M6. He's definitely going to Manchester City in his thought process. Ali says Salah is a good record against City, John. Yeah, he does, honestly. He plays well. Michael, welcome. Jota to Sarr, Saka, and Trent to Alonso with 2 future transfers, or take a -4 and do CR7 to Lukaku. I think the first part's perfect. You don't need to do a -4 for CR7 to Lukaku. Wait till next week, because that's what I'm potentially doing at this moment. Shivan, welcome. Is Vardy a good option? He's a good option for a player, and he's definitely a good option for a captaincy as well. We have 20 people in the stream, guys. Please give it a like. And hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't subscribed to FPL INKLING so far. Abdul, welcome. So sad. I had Sarr on the bench, played Foster. Yeah, he got 3, didn't he? I think Sarr got like 12 or 14 points. Sanchez nearly got an assist as well. If Danny Welbeck wasn't messing up his chance, I was a bit annoyed by that. Keith, as a United fan, don't think the team is good enough to get Ronaldo chances. They were awful last night. Again, as I said, look, there was a bad night last night. They've had a few miserable games, but Ronaldo just needs 1 chance. Let's say that was an FPL game last night, right? He would have got 2 points for the 90 minutes, 4 points for the goal, that's 6, and 3 bonus points. He would have got 9 points. And if he's your captain, that's 18 points done. And that's him not having the best of best games and just scoring in the last minute. So, again, that's all you need from a striker like that. Lukaku's in the same boat. He's worth 11.7, only a mil less than him, and he's done hardly anything in the last couple of game weeks. Let's have a look at Lukaku generally. Where is he? Right, Lukaku's got 3 goals so far this season, and he got 2 against Aston Villa. Again, he only had 2 shots in that game. Hats off to him, took his chances. But Tottenham tried his best, didn't score. Man City was missing for the whole game because of the tactics, didn't score. So, again, he didn't score last night. So, 3 out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 out of the last 5 games, he hasn't netted a goal. And he got 2 against Villa. So, he's not exactly going home or going into this game with real good fixtures and form. Form over fixtures, rather. But, Ronaldo, for example, it's only been here 3 game weeks. He got 2 against Newcastle. He blanked only in the Aston Villa game, but then he scored in the Champions League as well. So if you look for a man-to-man who's in better form, you have to say Ronaldo's in better form right now. John says Greenwood will be selfish because he wants to prove himself. Yeah, of course, honestly. I don't think he got picked for England today either, did he? So that'll be interesting. Ali says Ronaldo needs a Carrick. He does. Honestly, we've got Van der Beek. I'm not saying he's Carrick, but Van der Beek is just as good. Come on. Ali says thanks. No worries. Ollie Johnny tweeted Ronaldo versus Lukaku. Just get both in. Let's just end the argument. Anis Mohammed, Leicester lost today. Rodgers should bring back Vardy Iheanacho combo. That was such a good combination. You know that Iheanacho last season was devastating. Honestly, if Iheanacho got a few game weeks and he starts getting those point records, he's definitely going back into my squad. He's got a good he's got a good penalty as well, to be fair. Shivan, welcome. Lukaku was quiet against Juventus. He was. Honestly, I watched the whole game. He was very, very quiet. Keith says, I don't think either are worthy of the money. Ronaldo blanked last week and could and should have last night. Rather spend the money elsewhere. I understand. Look, there's always going to be that debate, right? But these guys are the big guns, the premiums for a reason. So we have to respect that in that response, all right? But generally, I do understand. You're going to have some weeks where they are going to blank. And I think this game week might be the game week where he actually goes big. And fingers crossed can get some real good returns. Ollie says, Aubameyang or Jimenez as differential captain. I'm not really a keen person of differentials, but if I had to choose out of them two for captaincy for this week, who's got who? Arsenal have... Brighton away. Wolves, where are you? Newcastle at home. I mean, Jimenez got his first goal last week. Aubameyang played well against Tottenham. Personally, I would have captain either, but out of the two, I'd go Aubameyang. Pavan says he didn't get the service. No, I know he didn't get any service. That's the problem. The service is the issue. Where are they going to get it from? That's the main part about Lukaku at the moment. And Ronaldo is the service part. Right, guys, we're looking to get down to, well, we're looking to go up to 900 subscribers in this stream. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please hit it and hit the like button too. Shivan, is Christensen a good pick because he has played every minute except against Villa? I think Christensen's pretty much nailed on. Yes, he missed the Villa game, but 5 mil, you can't go wrong with that whatsoever. Ali says, do you remember Lukaku saying he had a thigh problem a few weeks ago? And he has been poor since then. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that for sure. So, again, is it a thigh problem? I'm not too sure. For me, the main concern is the service. The service is the main issue for these guys at the moment. TyFX 2020, Mopai is tempting, especially against Arsenal, honestly. Respect. Ali says, defensively, I think Christian has been the best. He's played really well, honestly. Keith says, Salah and Trent are the only two premiums worth the money. Very rarely disappoint. I could not agree anymore. John K, what do you think about going KDB and taking out a premium striker? The thing about Kevin De Bruyne is, right, he's starting to show what he's about. He played really well against Chelsea. He was so lucky to stay on against PSG. Did you guys see that challenge? It's a leg breaker. Honestly, how VAR did not send him off in that game, I do not know. But Kevin De Bruyne is looking good. And with the fixtures after the Liverpool game, as we've seen already, let's go back to the fixtures. As you guys can see, you know, after the Liverpool game, we've got Burnley at home, Brighton away, Crystal Palace at home. I think it should be pretty cool. I think along with Diaz and Edison, he's pretty much nailed on to play week in, week out for them. Turkish Mode, do you think ASM and Willock can give me returns against Wolves? I mean, Wolves, you know, people have said they've done well. I think they've done well, but I don't think they've done that well for us to not look at how disappointing they've been in front of goal and letting in weaker goals. So I think, you know, both of them against Wolves will have a good game and definitely can look to get you some returns. They should have had more returns last week, but they just both didn't have their shooting boots on at all. Anise Christensen is good for 5 million, and if doubling up on Chelsea, it's not like to get a goal or an assist from him. Yeah, that's the only thing. Unless it's from like a corner or a set piece, Anise, that's the only thing. Willock has lost his form from last season. Last season at the end, he was brilliant. Honestly, the guy was so good. Keith says, good shout, John. Kevin De Bruyne and Grealish are pretty much nailed. They are indeed. Are we overlooking Grealish for those three fixtures? Let us know. Shivan says, should I go Ramsdale or keep Sanchez? I mean, if you're wildcarding, I can understand it. But if it's just for a weekly transfer, then are you looking to keep Ramsdale? I'd rather save that transfer. On goalkeepers, I'm not too keen personally. Because in terms of Brighton, you know, he'll get the odd clean sheet as well. Right, guys, if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button too if you're new to FPL Inkling. Turkish. I wanted to give Willock a chance because they have good run of fixtures. He just needs a goal, and I'm still going to be patient. Yeah, I mean, Willock, to be fair, I thought he was injured a couple of weeks ago because of like some injury or something, but then he was playing the last game week, so it was very, very interesting to see him back in so quickly. Ali says Grealish is frustrating, needs to be greedier. I think he's fairly greedy anyway. Just don't think he's had those nailed-on chances to score. Keith says, did you hear the Southgate quote today about Reece James could be in contention this weekend? Was shocked to hear the news. No, I didn't. I didn't hear that at all. Shivan says, but it's interesting if that's true. Shivan says, yeah, I wildcarded this game week, so I just was asking. I mean, if you wildcard and you really want Ramsdale, I can understand. But there's always going to be that thing in the back of your mind, will Leno get a game? I don't think he will now after the couple of game weeks. But yeah, no, I would understand. If you're wildcarding, definitely it's a good shout for Leno. Eddie says, a goalie for 5 million, who gets save points? Anyone? Well, at 5 million, it was De Gea who started at a price, so I'm not sure. It's probably gone up. So let's see if there's any goalkeepers left for 5 mil. Sarr from Wolves. In terms of fixtures, not bad. Newcastle, Aston Villa, Leeds, Everton, Crystal Palace. Yeah, De Gea is still 5 mil. United's got difficult fixtures though. That's the only thing it is. So I'll probably say Sarr in terms of fixtures for sure. For Wolves, looks like a good shout. Ali McGregor also says Sarr Eddie. Raya, not a bad shout. Just to let you guys know, Dele Alli has scored a penalty for Spurs and they're 1-0 up already. That's interesting. Is Kane not playing? Is anyone going Bruno Fernandes captain this week? That'd be an interesting one. Actually, is anyone going to captain any of the Chelsea defenders? So someone like Alonso? Anyone going to be brave enough to put the armband on him? Right, guys, we're on 883. Let's get close to the 900 subscribers mark. If you're watching this video and you still haven't subscribed to FPL INKLING, please hit the subscribe button. Keith says, while they both missed time for Chelsea, according to England manager Gareth Southgate, there is a chance they'll be fit to feature in the upcoming match against Southampton. That'd be good news, actually, because Reece James, honestly, is such a good footballer. I'd love to see him get some more game time. And he says, Schmeichel looks good, but Leicester defence does not look so good recently. Yeah, that's been an issue for them, for sure. Keith says, James and Mount. Yep. Eddie says, thanks on Sarr. Ali McGregor. Abdul, welcome. Do you think Greenwood will play this weekend? I think he will. I think he'll play this weekend. I think the only concern for him will be around when Rashford is back. Because I think Martial's not done enough to warrant a start. And I think Ollie's not going to risk Martial starting over Greenwood. So he's also not got the England fixtures to worry about with him. So I think Greenwood should start this game week. Kiefer says, just thought he was out for at least a few more game weeks. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the injuries are not as bad as we originally assume. So Rafinha, for example, there was a whole week full of, is he playing, is he not playing? and eventually he came back and played. So not too bad, I guess. We just have to wait and see. Shivan says Greenwood will play. I mean, I think he should play. I think he will play as well, in my honest opinion. Keith Rose, I have Trent Alexander-Arnold and James in my team, so starting James would just be great. Yes, James would be a good shout for you to start. Ali says Martial will leave in January. To be fair, he's not warranted a place in our starting lineup, so I pretty much wouldn't mind. It's just a shame that he hasn't hit his ground running this season. He says Rafinha is definitely playing this weekend. I think so as well. I think he should be fine to play against Watford. His flags come off as well, so he should be okay. He should be okay. Shivan says 2-0 Spurs. Yeah, I've just literally got the notification. So Lucas Moura has just scored. I mean, let's say if I look for a transfer for Jota, who would I choose, or who could I look at potentially? I mean, what about Sarr? Fixtures wise, Liverpool, Everton, Arsenal, Manchester United. Doesn't look that great. How about Benrahma? Let's have a look. Brentford, Everton, Tottenham, Villa. It's okay. Grealish? I could go Grealish, to be fair. So that's someone that I can look at, but we'll just have to wait and see how things go after the international break. Oh, it's Lo Celso who scored, says Shivan. Sorry about that. But yeah, anyone got St. Maximin in their squad? Is anyone looking to captain him? They're playing Wolves away, owned by 16%. So 2 goals, 3 assists so far. Even got an assist last game week, and managed to get the 3 bonus points as well. So is St. Maximin a good option for captaincy? Not considered it, to be fair, but is anyone looking to go differential? Maybe St. Maximin might be a good shout. Are you going to sell Trent knowing that he won't play? I'm not selling Trent. Not yet. I want to get a bit more of an understanding of how long he's going to be out for. Fingers crossed he should be back for the next game week after the international break. So let's have a look who they've got after. They've got Watford. Yeah, it should be all right. I've got Livramento on the bench, so I'm not too concerned whether he plays this weekend. Ideally, I'd like to. But do I think they would have had a clean sheet? Potentially not. So Livramento is pretty much going to be nailed on for 2 points as well, I think, at the moment. Stefan, welcome. Do I need Salah, Lukaku and Ronaldo? Is it better to sell Ronaldo so I can free up funds for City defenders? I have played my wild card this week due to injuries in my squad. I mean, everyone wants everyone, right? Everyone wants the best players. I mean, to be fair, I think 3 premiums, including Trent with Salah or Lukaku or Ronaldo, is better. But I'm going to be potentially getting rid of Ronaldo this game week and bringing in Lukaku. So, I mean, with the I've seen some drafts with the wild card where people have managed to get Salah, Ronaldo, and Lukaku in with the okay-ish. It's not too bad in terms of the balance of the rest of the squad, but it does weaken your squad a lot personally. That's the only thing, you're spending like 36, 37 million on 3 players. It really weakens the rest of your squad. But I think, any of those 2 plus Trent should be fine in terms of your balance of your squad. And he says Gallagher if looking for cheap. Yeah, Gallagher's a good shout as well. I've also looked at Mbembo from Brentford after their fixtures. Game week 10 should have better fixtures. Ottawa, yeah, I have St. Maximin, not looking to captain him at all. Yeah, it's a very left-wing decision, that is. Keith Rose says Trent is looking to leave it's good to leave out the wild card with money kept to rebuy him in 4 weeks' time. Could be a shout, yeah. Shivan says Cancelo or Diaz. I would go Cancelo based on his form at the moment. Ali says good shout, Keith. See why you're in the top K. Keith says Lukaku, Jimenez, and Antonia should be your front three. Not a bad shout. Stefan says nice one. Cheers, my man. You're welcome. Right, guys. Again, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like the stream as well. Join the FPL INKLING family. Let's increase our family size. We've got a new member to the family, Pavan. Welcome. We are now on 884. Come on, guys. Let's get close to that 900 mark before we close tonight. Anis. Sorry, Ali. Is DCL due back this weekend? So they said the 2nd. I haven't got any confirmation around him, so I'm waiting for the news and press conferences tomorrow. I think tomorrow he might get like a run out for like maybe half hour or so against United. He might start the game, but he'll definitely be back for the game week after. But if he's back, he's going straight back into my squad. So potentially, let's say Dominic Calvert-Lewin's back and Lukaku's back. So originally, sorry, not Antonia. I'd look to go Lukaku in. Yep, so Lukaku in here. That will then leave me with free 1.4 mil. So I know it says minus 4.6. That would be the one free transfer for that week. And then if I look at St. Maximin, he's got Tottenham at home in game week 8. Then what I can do is I will look to get St. Maximin out. And then if I bring in Dominic Calvert-Lewin, that should leave me with 0.1 free. And if in terms of fixtures, they've got West Ham in game week 8. So again, that's a tough game. Then they've got Watford, Wolves and Spurs. And I think that should be a good shout for me to then have the front three as DCL, Antonia, Lukaku, Trent, Alonso and Rudiger at my back three. And then Rafinha, Salah, Jota, Gray as my midfield. So that's the overall plan. But that's in 2 weeks' time. And I'm not intending not to take any more hits personally. So that's the game plan for now. And we've now gone up to 885. Come on, guys. This is perfect. 900. We can get there, guys, today. We can do it. We can do it. Anise says, do you think it's better to invest in a midfield or a forward than buying a defender like Trent for 7.5? Clean sheet may go improve. I mean, I think personally Trent is a good option. I don't treat Trent like a defender. I treat him like a midfielder because this guy's returns are ridiculous. Now let's have a look at this guy. Right, already he's got 2 attacking returns, 35 points in 6 game weeks. Right, so let's see. His price is 7.6 mil. Let's see how many midfielders with the price of that have 36 points or more at the moment. 1, 2, 3. So there's Benrahma, there's Sarr, and there's Decore, who are the 3 midfielders that have more than 36 points at the moment for £7.6 million of the maximum price, okay? So for me, let's go a bit more. Let's increase that from 7.6 to 8.1. Does that include anyone else? Pogba, 7.8, it's got 35. Greenwood, 7.7, 35. That's the only thing, and then still, they cost more. Let's go to 8.6. Does that add anyone? No. 9.1, does that add anyone and change at the top? No. 9.6, no. 10.6, no. 11.1, no. You have to go all the way up. You know, even there, 12. You have to go all the way up to 12.6. You have to go to Salah to get the most points after that from a midfielder. Now let's do the same with forwards, right? Let's start with 7.6. It's 7.7. You've got St. Maximin at 35 points. If I increase that to 8.2, then you get Antonia, who's on 47. Again, that's fine. But you pretty much can have Antonia and Trent in your squad. Then you've got Jesus. It's pretty much the same points at 8.6 as an attacker. Is he left wing? Is he an attacker? Is he going to be part of the Pep Roulette? Let's say we go 9.2. Does it change? Nope. 10 mil? Nope. 11.2. Then you get Vardy, who comes in at 10.4, who gives you 40 points. And then if I increase it any further, doesn't change whatsoever. So for me personally, what better options can we get after looking at that for 7.6? I think we're pretty cool at the moment. Even though he's got 2 assists, he's still got 36 points, which is not too bad. I hope that's made it a bit easier in terms of what I've just explained in terms of Trent's essentialness. Keith says Trent is essential for all season, but you could get rid of a few weeks injury and fixtures. Not good for now. I agree with that. I would say an informed midfielder is better than an informed striker. And he says we could get more attacking returns from other midfield or forward players. Alan said good moves, Mo. Thank you. Matthew Price, welcome. I've got 2 free transfers, and Trent, Shaw, and Banford flight thinking of taking Trent out for Azpilicueta, Banford for Tony. Your thoughts on Matt Price? Your thoughts, FPL Matt Price? I mean, personally, I think they look really good. I mean, obviously there are injuries in there as well. Azpilicueta looks pretty much nailed to play as well. And Ivan Toney's look decent as well. So I can definitely understand your transfers out there, FPL Matt Price. I personally would make those transfers because I don't think they're going to be available for this game week. Alico, welcome. Sarr or Rafinha? Personally, for this game week, I mean, either are good, but I have Rafinha. I'd go Rafinha, buddy. 885, guys. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, please subscribe to FPL INKLING. Let's get close to 900 before the end of this live stream. But I hope that whole reason of choosing Trent over a midfielder and forward striker at the moment makes sense, because at the moment I still think for 7.5 he's a real bargain to bring you guys home some returns. It'd be interesting to see if Firmino starts or Jota starts this week, because Jota has played a lot against Man City in previous seasons. So that'd be interesting to see. Is anyone captaining different from the common captaincy choices? So when I say common, Ronaldo, Salah, even Antonia I'd say is common for this game week. Is anyone going completely left wing who's watching this stream? I really want to know what your captaincy choice is for this week coming. Is anyone captaining Alonso? That'd be good to see. Key says to Alico, I'd go Rafinha, best 6.5 million midfielder. Yeah, I mean, I really like Rafinha personally. He almost got another goal last week, which was tipped onto the post by the goalkeeper. Here's a question. Who do you think is going to score more points this weekend? Ronaldo or Lukaku this weekend? I'd say Ronaldo. I'll put it out there right now. I think Ronaldo will score more points. Keith says Antonio for me is going to be my captain. Good shout. Lucas, welcome. Should I get rid of ASM on a wild card? I mean, to be fair, it depends on who you're bringing in for him. That'd be my first question, but I think St. Maximin's played really well, to be fair. What would be your plan to, who would you replace him for? That'd be something I'd like to know. Keith Rowley says Lukaku. Fair shout. Fair shout, Keith. Ali says Lukaku. Not bad. Not bad. 2 Lukakus already. Any Ronaldos in the house? Who do you think will score more, guys? Ronaldo or Lukaku? Matthew Price says, my team is Sanchez, Trent, Shaw, Markel, Alonso, Salah, Rafinha, Greenwood, Benrahma, Lukaku, Antonia, bench Basuma, Amati, Banford. What 2 transfers would you do? Personally, I'd take out Banford, an 8 mil striker on the bench. And I'd wait a bit more on about Shaw personally, because you've got enough cover on there. I think Banford would be the one that I'd get a look to change from maybe Jimenez. That's the only thing I'd say, Matthew, at the moment. Simon, welcome. Should I take a -4 and get Alonso instead of Shaw, or wait 1 week? I mean, I'd personally wait for the press conference tomorrow. Let's see what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says. But I think I heard some rumours around Luke Shaw should be okay for this game week. So if you don't want to take the -4, then I'd hold on for 1 more game week. But I think he should be fit for the weekend from the news I've heard. Lucas says probably Jimenez. Sounds good. Keith says, apart from the 2 bad games, though, fixtures, I think Chelsea will have a field day at this weekend. Could do. I generally do believe that as well. RJ Talks for 2, welcome. Should I take a wild card to this? Ramsdale, Foster, Rudiger, Trent, White, Livramento, Diaz, Salah, Grealish, Gallagher, Luiz, Rafinha, Jimenez, Lukaku and Antonia. So from what I can see, I think your formation will potentially be 3 up front. 1, 2. So you're looking to play 3-4-3, I guess, right? With Ramsdale, then you'd have Rudiger, Trent, Diaz. Yeah, so 3-4-3. I really like that RJ Talks 30. I really like that squad. I'd say that's pretty decent for a wild card, especially with Jimenez coming into a bit of form with this goal and the fixtures they have coming up for Wolves. It looks really, really exciting. Ottawa says looks double decent, RJ. Ali McGraw says that's a good squad there. It's a really good squad. I'm really, really impressed by that squad, RJ. Cool, while I take a breather, guys, if you guys haven't liked this video so far, please give it a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet. 3-4-3, love it, RJ. I'd definitely finalise that squad. Absolutely love the squad there, RJ. Let's see who the most transferred in players are this game week. So Ramsdale's come in as a goalkeeper, 85,000 plus managers. Alonso, Rudiger, Cancelo, top 3 defenders. Ismail Sarr, Benrahma, Saka, Rafinha. And strikers, Antonia, Lukaku. Ronaldo's come in 74,000 as well, understandably. Let's have a look at who's been taken out this round. Sanchez, I guess that's due to the wild cards. Lloris and Schmeichel. Luke Shaw, Jesus. 569,000 managers. Oh, Trent, who's gone out quite a bit. Ayling, Reece James. Midfielders, Torres, not surprised by that. Fernandes, Bruno, Greenwood, Pogba, Mount, Jota. Surprised to see Gray being taken out by so many managers. Forwards, we've got Banford, 206,000. Ronaldo, I guess that's the wild card. Would anyone ever thought that in FPL, somewhat 161,000 managers nearly would sell Ronaldo? Never thought I'd ever see the day. Ings, 120,000. And Dennis, not bad. Even 53,000 managers have got rid of Lukaku, considering they want to bring him in for this game week. Interesting. Right, guys, if you guys haven't subscribed, please give me a subscribe to FPL Inkling and please hit the like button as well. RJ talks 30 people are being replaced. People being replaced would be Torres, Shaw, Sanchez, Saab, and Rama. Understandable. Willie A says Rafinha or Saka. I would say Rafinha. Keith says would swap Trent for Cancelo. Still not sure whether Ramsdale or Foster combo could both get replaced. I think Ramsdale is pretty nailed for now, I'd say. Maybe in the future, I think, but at the moment, I think he's pretty nailed after his good games. RJ Talk says that would be 2 City defenders, Keith, pretty risky. Could be. Especially with the Liverpool game, but they got some good games after that coming up. Zodiac DK, welcome. How are you doing, buddy? Ottawa, don't think there are many alternatives to St. Maximin right now. Maybe Pookie or something. Norwich turn of fixtures. Mopai, Dennis and Tony don't have the best of fixtures. Yeah, I think St. Maximin for me is going to stay for at least this week and maybe a couple of more weeks. Simon, welcome. Do you think Jota's going to start next week or Firmino going to replace him? I think it'll be rotation, but I think he's just as devastating when he comes off the bench. So I'm not too concerned about Jota generally, to be fair, Simon. I think he should be all right even off the bench. Keith says they look awesome and Cancelo gives you the huge attacking points potential. Yeah, that's a good shout, to be fair. Cancelo is very, very dangerous indeed, and he got that attacking points against the Chelsea game as well. Matthew asks, how long have I been doing FPL? So I started in February this year. So maybe around 7 months. Zodiac, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm good, buddy. I'm good. Pavan, best 4.5 million defender. I forgot his name again. Is it Tamiascu from Arsenal? I think it's played really well the last couple of weeks. Tamiascu, yeah. 4.5 mil, 14 points in 3 games. I think it looks really good. And he's not got any assists yet, but I think he gets forward enough and he will give you some returns. I think he's a really good pick at the moment. If I had the funds, I'd look to get him in. Troller guy, welcome. Scroll up a little, please. Scroll up. Well, what's up? RJ talks footy. Should I submit the wildcard team set? Of course, I personally would. I'd submit it right away. Guys, 885. We're on 885 subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone for joining the family. If you haven't joined yet, hit that subscribe button. Let's get close to 900 today. Let's hit the 900 special mark if we can. RJ Talks, honestly, I really like your squad. Really, really like it. Please submit. Keith, I have Jota best 7.5 in the game at the start. Yeah, I agree with that. Zodiac says you won't switch bench order over to Livramento. I think Southampton are all right defensively. Do you know that, Zodiac? I think they should be all right. They should be okay for the weekend. And Livramento, he's had some good games, and I think he might have a good shout in terms of the attacking sense as well. 886, guys. We've gone up. This is amazing. Thank you so much. The family is growing, and we're now on 886. Let's get close to that magical 900 mark. Huh? Oh, you meant in the in the chat, trailer guy. What would you like me to see? Tell me what you'd like me to see. I've just got up. Animations 1-0 West Ham. Declan Rice. Nice. Do you reckon he should have taken that penalty against Manchester United? It looks good in hindsight, but jeez. Trailer guy, I think this channel should have at least 5k. It's so good. I'm serious, by the way. I like this stream. It's so chill, and I always join when I see it. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, Trailer guy. I appreciate it. Trailer guy, would you captain Lukaku, Ronaldo, or Rafinha? Is that for this game week? Let's say I had all 3 of them. Who would I captain out of those 3 if I had all 3 players? Lukaku, Southampton. Personally, I would still go Ronaldo. I don't know why it is for this game week specifically. After this game week, guys, I can show you why I think I would go potentially Lukaku. After this, they've got Brentford away, and then if you look at the other games, for example, Liverpool have Watford away. I'll probably go in game week 8. I'd go Salah. And in game week 9, Chelsea have Norwich. And less of Man United and Liverpool play each other. So again, not game week 9 is probably when I'll go Lukaku. And in game week 10, they've got Newcastle away. And then you've got Liverpool, who've got Brighton at home. So I think even if I'm captaining Lukaku, it's potentially could be, even with Brighton at home, I'd still go Liverpool. Even though they got Newcastle away, I still think Liverpool of the home game look better. Burnley in game week 11, and Liverpool have West Ham. Again, it's even the Lukaku captaincy option doesn't even look that great, to be fair, most things. I mean, only games I can see him at the moment is game week 9 and 11 as captain for me. So that's me being honest at the moment how I'm looking at it based on his form at present. Trailer guy, Rudiger. Rudiger captain's a real left-wing choice, trailer guy. That would be really, really brave to go Rudiger. Zodiac Livramento will get slaughtered. He will. He probably will. But I still back Southampton. I don't know why I think so. They'll play so well. Ali says someone has got to come in for Rice soon. In the real world, that is. Animations, Antonia assist. Nice. Try to go Leicester. Ronaldo would do so well. Yeah, I mean, again, Ronaldo can do well in any game. It's just who to pick. It's so frustrating that you can't get everyone in, but that's the beauty of this game, right, guys? 886, guys. The family is growing. Let's get close to that 900 mark. Please subscribe if you haven't done to this channel. Give it a like if you like the video. Luca, welcome. What do you do with Trent? The fixtures will turn bad around in a couple of game weeks. Transfer him out, Cancelo, and I have Alonso and Rudiger. I mean, I personally keep Trent. I want to know what his extent of his injury is. Then if I find out, then I can bring in Cancelo until that time and then bring Trent back in. So it should be all right. Should be okay. Trailer guy, I'm going to captain Lukaku, then Salah, then Lukaku, then Salah, then Lukaku. Jeez, I hope you get your captaincies right, bro. Honestly, that's a lot of captaincy changes. Love it. Turkish Rafinha captain I'm considering. Got Watford, not a bad shout whatsoever. Shiver, welcome. Is Alonso still a good option after what happened in the UCL? Yeah, I think it'd be fine. Look, I think there was a tactical change there, okay? I think it was just they wanted to make a tactical change. They conceded after 11 seconds of that change being made. I think Alonso will be back for the weekend. He should be fine. Shiver, so I think Alonso should be okay. Trailer guy, Saka, I have in my team. So good fixtures, -4 this week. So took out Ayling and Jota for Rudiger and someone else. Let me check. Nice. I think a lot of managers have taken at least a -4, even -8 like myself this game week. So it'd be interesting to see, because of the injuries, how that's piled up. I mean, with Cancelo, if I look to bring him in, or Diaz, I can look to bring him in for the Burnley home game, Brighton away game, and then Crystal Palace home game as well. And during that game, they got Watford and Man United. Yeah, I'll wait to find out more about Trent personally before I take him out. But Saka is a real good choice. Oh, it's Saka. Nice. I think Smith Rowe did really well. I think he's been quite underestimated or overlooked, I think, at the moment. Smith Rowe played really well, and Odegaard's played really well. He's got that free kick against Burnley, which was a real good free kick, and plus, he played really well against Spurs as well. Maybe he might be a good option. Keith, my quick thoughts on a potential wild card. Sanchez, Steele, Diaz, Cancelo, Rudiger, Semedo, Livramento, Raf, Salah, Shota, Decore, Douglas Luiz, Antonia, Jimenez, Lukaku. Like it. Shiver says Cancelo. I really like the wild card, by the way, Keith. Shiver says Cancelo and Diaz double up. It could be a good shout, to be fair, because after the Liverpool game, they got some good fixtures coming up. So doubling up on Manchester City might be a good shout. Trailer guy. I have Gray, Rafinha, Salah, midfield. Ronaldo, Lukaku up top. Defenses Rudiger, Sanchez, Marcel, and Christensen Hope. Oof, that's brilliant. I like it, Trailer guy. I like it. Goalkeeper Sanchez, love it. Keith, City just look that good, and they both look nailed. For sure, for sure. Trent on the bench as well for Trailer guy. Man, that's a serious squad there. Ali McGregor asked me, what formation are you planning to play? I guess that's been asked to Troller Guy. I guess it must be 3-4-3, right? For me, it's 3-4-3 as well. I think that's the best template formation. Right, guys, we've hit 30 viewers in the stream. Thank you everyone so much for coming in and watching. If you haven't liked the video so far, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel or you haven't subscribed so far. Please help me join the family and let me get to 900 during this stream today. 900 subscribers, yeah? Thank you so much. Harry asks me, have I got FIFA 22? I haven't. That's the question. Should I buy FIFA 22, guys? Is it worth it? I haven't played the demo or anything. How has it been for everyone? It's like 70 quid, isn't it? It's expensive. Trailer guy, you know what? St. Maximin is fantastic. Let's see how fixtures, please. Yeah? You want to see St. Maximin's fixtures? I think that's what you meant. I can show you. So he's got Wolves away, followed by Tottenham and Crystal Palace, then Chelsea, Brighton, Brentford. He looks all right. He looks all right for the next couple of game weeks. Keith Rose says either 3-4-3 or 4-3-3, depending on the fixtures. Shout. Trailer guy, I will have it tomorrow, but my team is sick, or should do. Yep, definitely. Harry says great quality, to be honest. Nice, nice. Pavan says don't. EA is evil. Jokes. Tezza, welcome. I took a -8 because of Rafinha. Not bad. Trailer guy says good 6. Yeah, he's got good fixtures. Harry Buck says my team is sick. Let's see your team, Harry. Keith Rose says it's very interchangeable. You can get to Trent Alexander if need be. Yeah, I guess so. Right, guys, 30 people in the house. Please give it a like if you like this stream, and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the FPL INKLING channel. And we will also be doing a live deadline stream on Saturday morning, so tune in from 10 o'clock. We'll be going all the way to the deadline and to the team's announcements as well. So please tune in at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. Lewis, welcome, Lewis. I'm 30,282 overall at the moment. Need a good game week 7. I think you've done pretty well in the first 6, to be fair, buddy. Really well done, Lewis. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Right, guys, keep hitting the subscribe button. Let's get close to that 900 mark. Support the channel and be part of the FPL INKLING family. Trailer says, I'm feeling Lukaku because he hasn't scored for 2. If I'm right, and he'll be looking for a goal or a brace. I think as well, he is building it up. Hopefully he builds it up after the international break and he blanks his game week for me. That's what I'd like. Because I like a brace from Ronaldo. Because then that would really throw spanners amongst the work. If Ronaldo scores huge and Lukaku doesn't, what would that do to my decision making for changing Ronaldo to Lukaku? That'll be interesting. Triller says, and he's just a GOAT in my opinion. Surely he's a good striker. He's a very, very good striker. The guy's incredible as well. I saw something really hilarious the other day on Twitter saying that he was like the more expensive version of Akinfenwa. That really cheered me up. I couldn't stop laughing after reading that. Akinfenwa was amazing. Lewis Joy says, thank you, not a problem. I might take out Trent for Cancelo. Not a bad shout. "32 people on the stream, guys. Nice. Welcome to everyone. Thank you so much for streaming. I really appreciate it. Your kind time and your support. If you guys haven't liked the video, give it a like, and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to FPL INKLING so far. And Trailer Guy says, I can put Matip in later, then I'll upgrade someone like Hassar. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout whatsoever. I think with Trent, we should just be a bit more patient to find out what the length of the injury is. I mean, if you're wildcarding, it's understandable. But if you're going to be wasting 2 transfers on Trent going out and in, it might be just worthwhile seeing that if there's anywhere else you could actually make more use of your transfer. But let's see in terms of his ownership. Yeah, 31.2. He has decreased. So let's see if he has a price drop or not. But in terms of fixtures, you know, Liverpool after that, they've got Watford, Man United, Brighton, West Ham. Fixtures do look a bit difficult. So let's see. With Chelsea, obviously we've got Chelsea defenders in. Man City, Burnley, Brighton, Crystal Palace might be a decent shout. Keith, Sar's fixtures aren't good going forward, only good for this week. Yeah, so Watford's fixtures do take a turn for the worst. So maybe the Sar situation may change your wildcards who are looking to do it in game week 8. Trailer Guy says Antonia is good, but I don't know if he'll keep getting his 2 goals per game, and he'll probably get 1, so I might put him in for Ronaldo. I'm thinking Jimenez or Vardy. I mean, Antonia's just a great. I mean, I'm going to keep him for FPL till he stays fit. Touchwood. Ali McGregor, any thoughts on Jack Harrison coming good after an injury? Also like Gallagher at the price. I think they're both good, but I'm pretty interested to look at how Dan James is going to do for Leeds after the move from Manchester United. So that should be fairly interesting to see how Dan James plays along with Jack Harrison as well. They're both great players. And Gallagher really impressed me so far. You know, Patrick Vieira's done a fantastic job. Very unlucky not to win against Brighton, but I think he's done really well thus far. Lewis says, I reckon Jimenez will score big after the next few games. Yeah, Jimenez has got his first goal. Fingers crossed, that should break the shackles. Trailer Guys, oh yeah, I'll get him in 3 weeks. Nice, nice, nice. Right, guys, 28 people in the stream. Absolutely love it. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't liked the video, give us a like. Let us know how you find this video. We've been doing this for 1 hour and 43 minutes, guys. So we'll do another 5 minutes. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and give us a like if you like the content you guys are viewing. Pavan says Trent has a price drop coming up. I guess so, because of the whole transfers out and the injury. So I think that might be imminent, based tomorrow potentially, if more people take him out. Trello got, I think the highest FPL point player in total will be Salah. Good shout. I think Salah will be up there. Anyone who can challenge him? Antonio? I think Salah's going to be up around there. Kane's too far behind now. Will Lukaku, Ronaldo challenge? Just have to wait and see. Humi, welcome. Is it a good time to be buying an Arsenal player? Yes, definitely. Arsenal have some really good fixtures coming up, Humi, and I definitely would be looking to consider them. Keith says, here's an alternative for you guys. Tielemans. I like Tielemans. And when Vardy's not on the pitch and Iheanacho, he is the penalty taker. By the way, I was just watching on 2 devices getting the shoes up for the boys. So Tottenham are 2-0 up at half-time. All right, guys, last couple of minutes. So before we do make any movements, so please put in some questions, whatever questions you have. And also, please hit the like and subscribe button before we leave in a moment. Ali says Salah will break the 300 points this year, but he has African Cup of Nations. Yeah, that's in January. That'll be interesting. Try to go, nah, Lukaku, maybe Ronaldo. I think Lukaku will get 20 goals this season or 23. Shall? Ottawa says, yep, sure, Trent and Mount all going down 0.1 tonight. Understandable. It doesn't matter if Trent drops in price because you'll only get 7 million for him. Yeah, 7.5. Yeah, it's not going to be much of a differential there, to be fair. Right, guys, so I'm going to call it a night now. It's been an absolute pleasure seeing all you guys for this live stream. I will now be back on Saturday morning, all right? So Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, we're going to do a live deadline stream. So if you guys want to tune in, set the alarms, be ready for 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. We're going to have a live deadline stream, get some last-minute news coverage of the press conferences, discuss what transfers we've made and who's going to be doing what, where, and how. So please stay tuned, and I'm going to say it for the last time tonight. If you guys haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Get us close to that 900 mark. I love the fact that our family is growing, and I always love seeing the same names again, and again. And I love it, and I love you guys coming back and asking me questions. So let's make this family grow. Let's continue watching the content. Give it a like button if you liked it as well, and do hit that subscribe button before you leave tonight. I want you guys all to take care. Stay tuned. I'll be bringing out a video tomorrow for FPL captaincy. So stay tuned, and that'll be released tomorrow, probably around lunchtime. So maybe 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 11 o'clock in the morning, potentially a bit earlier. But stay tuned. I'll let you guys know as well. But yeah, everyone, you guys have a lovely evening. Have a lovely Friday. Stay tuned for more content. And live content will be coming on Saturday morning. Absolute pleasure, guys.